Hello and a very warm welcome to you. Today is the 5th of July 2022, 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK. It is time for a little bit of Google Ads. Every weekday on, on a Tuesday and Friday, I go live on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and what's the last one? Facebook, indeed. To answer any questions you may have with regards to Google Ads, workflows, tips, tricks, hacks, whatever you want to call it. You'll learn pretty much everything you need to know about Google Ads over here. I've got quite a few questions which have been sent across to me, so I'm gonna get started with those in a minute. But if you are watching this live and you need any help with anything with Google Ads, please ping in your question and I will come to those at the end in the order they have been received. I just want to make sure everything is working fine, which it seems to be working fine, except that my camera is playing up and I'm not sure why I'm getting all those black borders around me. But we shall crack on because you can see me and hear me okay. All right. So if you need any questions answered, send your questions either on our YouTube channel or in our Facebook group, and I will put that link on the video. So that's the group we have where we talk everything to do with Google Ads. So please join in. It's for free. I can see Hypo Gaming, hello, and Yusuf. I'll come to those comments and questions later on. So yeah, please send those questions and things you would like to ask me, and I'll cover them in these sessions. If you haven't liked, subscribed our channel, then please do so. I'll truly appreciate that. It helps to let Google know and the algorithms that people like the content and they like what they see. I also offer a free 30-minute Google Ads audit account audit for you. If you want me to audit your account, then please get in touch with any of my social channels or through our website and we'll hop on a call. There's no charge. The only thing is it's recorded and we help our community with how we share this video with them basically, so we can show everyone how an account is audited, how we look at problems, how the challenges you are facing, how to um, sort them out and to troubleshoot them. All right. So I appreciate all these nice comments which you guys send me. Without these, it would be a very boring place here on the internet. So I truly appreciate your kind comments. All right, so let's get started. So the first question is, okay, about quite a few questions. Does a Google Ads expert uses Google Analytics for campaign optimization? Yes or no? If yes, then please explain a bit more. Great question, Etisham. Yes, we can use and you should use Google Analytics to uh, for optimization purposes, especially when things aren't going right, and also to see what kind of audiences you are getting, because analytics will track everything from every source, not only Google Ads. If you have got direct traffic, brand traffic, social, email, referral, or any kind of traffic, you can see in a snapshot which are your most profitable channels. So that is where you will find that, okay, my traffic from Facebook is converting really well, whereas Google Ads is not working so well, or direct traffic, when they come in, we know that they convert very well. Now, what that means is, well, the direct traffic is the best kind of traffic because somebody is typing in Google www.yourwebsite.com or whatever. they know where they are going to, they know what they want. So the conversion rates on those will be pretty high. How do you increase your direct traffic? Is by raising awareness with your brand. So sessions like these, I am going on online live on YouTube and my social channels to increase my brand awareness, put my message across, and so on. And then you'll go to Google and either search my name or my website name, or go directly to my through to my uh, website. So analytics plays a huge importance in optimizing the campaigns. Also looking at where the audiences are, what kind of audiences you are getting. You can also set up goals, as well as event tracking. So how many people clicked on a call button, or an email link, or a video play button, and those kind of soft conversions as well, which lead to the main conversion, i.e., somebody makes a purchase on your website, or somebody subscribes to you or becomes a lead, and so on. So analytics does work, and I would also recommend that you always link up your Google Analytics to your Google Ads, so the data can come through. Now, if you have set up goal tracking and conversions in analytics, you can import them in, but don't include in conversions. Keep it now as secondary and not primary, because then your conversions will be tracked twice. Question 2. Does SEO specialist uses Google Analytics for website content optimization? Please explain a bit how often we use Google Analytics. You can use as often as you like. Now, I'm not an SEO specialist. We mostly work with paid ads. But as far as I know, yes, analytics is critical, because you see the audiences in there as to what you are getting. And for somebody who is an SEO specialist, I would also recommend that you look in Google Search Console, which is another Google product, completely free of charge, as always, to use from Google. And from there, you will see what's happening on the search page, what keywords, search terms you are getting, the click through rates, and so on. So, Google Search Console is very important if you are doing SEO. What are the main data softwares that I must need to learn to get more control in data understanding and usage of the data for company benefits? Okay, now that's a very broad question, Atisham. Mm, I'm not sure what metrics you are tracking. If you are tracking awareness stage, it depends on what stage of the funnel, because we've got all these various stages, right? Awareness, subscribe, convert, excite, ascend, and so on. It really depends on what you are tracking. Tracking the data and getting the metrics is one thing, and then putting them in a Google spreadsheet or Google Data Studio is where you'll be able to analyze the metric easily and quickly. So as far as software, I mean, there are lots of software like Databox, and there are millions of them out there. The ones which we use is Google Spreadsheet, where we import all the data in either automatically or manually, and Google Data Studio for making dashboards, because that's what you need. You need a dashboard to look at the data. And if you can get the data into the dashboard, you'll be able to do pie charts and bar graphs and all sorts of things. So those two things again, Google Data Studio and Google Sheet is free to use from Google. So thank you, Google. How SQL helps in Google Ads, and do you think I should learn this too? I don't know anything about SQL, and I've been using Google Ads for a long, long time. So you don't need to learn another programming language or another thing. Just focus on what you want to become an expert at. By the way, I have grips in Google Ads, GTM, learning Google Analytics. GA4 is a bit confused about implementation. Yeah, you just keep working away and you'll be fine. Okay, let's move on to the next one. YouTube has now taken to interrupting music videos, and on numerous occasions, just as the singer is hitting that magnificent high note, or the guitarist is really jamming during the last chorus, the damn screen goes black, and then an ad comes up. Then a second ad, both being 15 seconds long. And okay, I can't tell you how many times I've screamed at the TV as if you would do any good and shut down YouTube altogether. It's truly outrageous. Okay, so you're having moan about these ads popping up at the wrong time. Well, there's never a right time, to be honest with you, when these ads pop up. At least in YouTube, as far as I know, it shows up ad popping up in 5 seconds. So the counter starts. And without ads, we won't be in business. And if you really don't like ads, then buy the YouTube Premium, where you won't have any ads. And that's the only way um, I would suggest that you'll get rid of those ads, because I mean the amount of value you get out of YouTube is unbelievable, all for free. So you need to take this into consideration as to how much value YouTube and Google offer you for free. Okay. Hi Shiraz. My niche is very competitive. Every niche is. There is no niche I've come across which isn't competitive. When it comes to Google Ads and Google PPC, yeah. So I'm exploring YouTube channel as a lead gen strategy. Okay, good. Very good, in fact. So my question is, will Google know if someone searched balloons in Mumbai? Then can I build an audience set where I can ask YouTube to show my ads to people who search these keywords? Absolutely yes. Don't need to apologize at all, even if it's a basic question. We all need to start somewhere. Nobody is born in this world knowing everything, and I don't know everything either. So I also learn, and in fact, I learn quite a lot sometimes, and quite often when you ask me these questions. Because if I don't know, then I will go and learn it and investigate as to, yeah, this is a really great question. I ought to be knowing this reply. So I also learn with you guys. Also, balloons in Mumbai is a highly competitive space. Yeah, absolutely. So every business is competitive on Google Ads, no matter what you do, whether you're a plumber, travel agent, you have got a e-commerce store. There are millions of businesses out there vying for that click, chasing that customer, and that conversion. How do you stand out from the crowd? And how you want to be in the category of one. That is what you want to be. So that people are not hunting for pricing, they are coming to you for the service and the value they see in you and your business you offer to them. What you don't want is people come to you, they ask you for a quotation, then they'll go and compare it to somebody else. You need to be like, you need to offer something where they can't compare like for like. So make your offer, your product, service in a unique way where they cannot compare you to others, right? That's what I mean by that. So the way you do that is a couple of ways. You can either set up the YouTube video. So first of all, you need to create a video ad, right? If you want to go on YouTube, create the video ad. You need to have the hook, the body, the benefit features, social proof, and the call to action in there in about 2 minutes long. So don't make that video ad too long. Between 120 minutes to 180 minutes is more than enough. 2 to 3 minutes long, right? Make that video ad. Never run one video on its own. make multiple videos, at least three. If you can, run five, because you don't know which message or which video is going to resonate with your audience, because we're going to target that audience. So let's say somebody who has searched for balloons in Mumbai. Google knows everything about us. They know more about us than me and you know about ourselves. What is our searching history? What is our surfing history? Do we like to buy expensive or luxury items? Are we looking for discounted products or services? And so on. Do we convert on the first visit, or we convert after five visits to a particular website? They know everything. They've got tens of thousands of millions of data points on us. And it's very scary as to how much they know about us. That's a different matter. I don't want to go into that, the privacy issue at all, but that's the bare facts. If you're going to be online, you will have to let go of your privacy. Um, but you need to, at the same time, protect yourself as well as to how much uh, some other third party knows of you or about you. But to use the internet, the browsers, and online surfing, Google will know, or any search engine will know about your searching and surfing history. So if I go to Google and search for balloons in Mumbai, and I'm looking at various ads or visiting various websites, then I go to YouTube, and I'm in your target location, let's assume that, and I'm watching a golfing video or a cooking video or a cricket video, which has got nothing to do with balloons in Mumbai, all of a sudden your ad will can potentially come in front of me because I search for those keywords on Google, and that's how this works. So what you do is you create a custom segment audience. Take 10 to 15 keywords, group them together like we do in an ad group, make an audience, set it up as targeting in an ad group. And that's how you would go about targeting those people on YouTube and on GDN as well. Okay, the next question is, please, can I've been trying to fix this for days and still saying the same thing over and over again. The second picture, please, what can I do? What's the second picture saying? Okay, so your billing country is Nigeria, as far as I can see. And it says your account cannot show ads. To start running your ads, enter your billing information. So you need to go through the bottom half of that form and enter the full payment history at the setup, set up your billing, and then you should be able to run ads unless and until Google has suspended operations in Nigeria, which I don't think it has. The only two countries I know where Google doesn't work is China and Iran, and the third one I think is North Korea. But other than that, all everywhere Google is available. So, and if you still don't get any joy, then you go to this help button over here where my cursor is, and get in touch with the Google support, and they will help you set up your um, account. Okay, hi Rashid. How can I track the phone numbers of the persons who click on my Google ad call only ads? So you can do that in the Google interface as well, in the call info, where which numbers people dial from. The other couple of options are third party apps like CallRail and call tracking metrics, and they can also help you track the numbers as to where those calls came from. Okay, I'm running Google ads in a particular city. Now, some people from other cities are searching for those ads and doing fake click on it. I've excluded all other cities, still I'm getting clicks from those cities. Is there any way that my ads won't be visible to any other city except my target city? Well, I mean, if your ads are showing through in other locations, they might not be fake clicks because somebody was searching for that keyword, your ad popped up, and they clicked on it. So, first of all, it may not be, but it's irrelevant clicks for you because you don't offer your product or service in that location outside your local area where you want your ads to run. In that case, I would put as excluded locations all the other areas or cities you don't want your ads to show through. Now, you're saying that you have excluded all the other cities, but I'm still getting clicks from those cities. So, if you have excluded and you're still seeing those clicks from outside of your location, get in touch with Google support and show them, look, I've excluded these. Why are you showing ads to people outside my location? And if there is something where it is Google's fault, then you will probably get the refund. But you will need to speak with Google about as to how your clicks are showing outside your location if you have excluded these. Okay, Alamgir, I've got a new client in the UK for house mover services. It's a very competitive niche. Client goals maximum calls in lowest cost, which of course is for everybody wants that. His account, Google Ads account, is new. Which campaign you recommend for this niche? It's not about the niche or whether the account is new or not. First of all, what budgets they have. First thing is what I look at. If it's a small budget, then I would focus on the search network. If they have got a bigger budget where they can test other stuff and put some budget towards their branding and the brand awareness as well, then I would also look at YouTube and Google Display Network. I'm not just saying that you only have branding campaigns being run on Google Display Network and YouTube. You can also run campaigns with direct call to actions, and once they are dialed in, they work wonderfully well. Again, house moving is like others is very competitive niche because everybody is vying for that four top spot. Now, the good thing for you is this is not an emergency kind type of business where somebody has got a leaking tap, a, a severe pain in the teeth, and so on, and you want instant solution to that problem. You need a plumber straight away. You need to go to the dentist straight away. You locked yourself out of your home or your car. You lost your keys, and you need somebody to help you straight away. You're not going to look around for 10 websites and get 10 prices and quotations from 10 different people and then decide, yeah, whoever is the first one, and if he or she is reasonable, you're going to call them. In house moving service, from my experience, people are going to look around and they are going to search around, get different prices, offers, and so on. Whilst they are in the search mode, you need to hit them at every touch point. And the best way to do that is to set up a remarketing campaign or set up a custom segment audience of all your other competitor sites and tell Google, show my ads to this kind of audience who go to these websites. And then you'll start to see some really good clicks, very targeted clicks on your website. And then it's a case of, tweaking the offer to start getting those conversions on your site. So if I was you, I would start off with search and then put a little bit of um, budget on Performance Max because Performance Max goes everywhere. YouTube, display, Gmail, maps, pretty much everywhere. So you've got less work and you are hitting them at every touch point. Okay. Hi, Paul. Does it take a few days for exact and phrase match campaigns to start running? I have two campaigns, one exact and one phrase match, that are created for about 190 proven keywords from search terms that have converted in my other campaigns, but for some reason are not showing any impressions yet. It's been one day though, but wanted to ask. Okay, so these are working, these are proven keywords. I would like to know why you have created a new campaign. Why not scale that campaign with more budget? Unless you are bidding differently or possibly running this campaign in a different location, I don't see any reason why you would do that. The other thing is you may be testing different target CPA or target ROAS, then I can understand that. And if that's the main goal of this campaign, then yes, you what you are targeting for the bids is not aggressive enough, and that existing campaign, which is proven, which is running and converting, as you say, is going to take up all that traffic, because there's only one campaign which is going to go in that auction and not the multiple campaigns. So try upping up the bidding, increase the bids, and see what happens on that new campaign. That's what I would do. But it doesn't mean that you got exact and phrase that is going to take a few days. Sometimes it does. If after a few days you checked everything, everything is working fine, still doesn't work, switch it off, start a new campaign again, and that seems to do the trick. Okay. Hybrid, how to solve Google circumventing system ban solutions. It's a very simple solution. You do as per what Google says. Don't try to be clever. Don't try to outsmart the system. Don't go against Google's policies. Do whatever Google says to do. You will not get suspended. If your account does get suspended and you in your belief you've not done anything wrong, make an appeal. Sometimes it takes a little bit of a time, a few weeks, but they will come back to you and they will say yes, your account is unsuspended, or no, you have broken Google's policies. They will not tell you. That's the only frustrating thing, that even by mistake you may have done something which suspended your account. So that is the only frustrating thing, that they will not tell you so that you can rectify it. But you should know what you are doing, and what you are not doing in your account. So play the game. It's Google's playground, and we play as per Google's rules. I run Google Call ads for one of my clients. Okay. Ad got approved, but no spending, no clicks, only 2 impressions for last 2 days. Note, I didn't have any negative keywords. Okay. Your suggestion will be helpful. So there's two things which you are stating over here. The most um, concern for me is that you don't have any negative keywords. Doesn't mean that you put in negative keywords and your campaign is not running. You need to have negative keywords. Why waste money? Why can't you think of some terms which you know are not right for you, put them up in the account level negative list? You're going to save a lot of money. So let's say you're running a campaign for iPhone repair. You don't do car repair, so the word car, motorcycle, cycles, or any other kind of repair you can think of, keep putting them as negative keywords. Build up your list quickly. Don't have to wait for those clicks to come through and then you find out, oh, I wasted so much budget on my car repair search term, because Google somehow matched my iPhone repair to car repair and so on. I'm not saying it will, but I'm just giving you an example. So put the negative keywords in the thing which, without looking at your campaign setup and how you have set them up. I think the only thing which you are not being aggressive enough is your bidding. So you need to bid up, keep increasing the bids until it starts to run, and it should work. Okay, so now I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to go onto the comments and questions which are popping up on my screen. And now's your time to put your comments in. How to know which keywords brings conversions? You don't until you don't run them, try them, and see what's working and what's not working. Try to, if it's a fairly new account, even if it's not new, avoid one word keywords. They are too broad. The intent is not there. So you need to see the intent. How to make a pizza. There's no intent to order a pizza online, right? It's information. People are looking what is a pizza, how it is made, and all that. What ingredients does it have? Whereas order pizza online, there's big intent. Somebody is hungry. They are looking for a restaurant or a takeaway to deliver pizza or home delivery pizza, those kind of keywords. Intent is there. So you need to go after those keywords which has got intent, and they will convert. Okay, hi Amol. Can we target people having birthdays or anniversaries from Google Ads like Facebook targeting? No, we don't. And also, a lot of people don't put their correct uh, birth dates and birthdays on when they are setting up their Google Gmail account. So you can't. I can't. I mean, it keeps changing in Google Ads. As far as I know, it this is not in there in Google Ads. Can I join your team as a trainee so I can see how things work? Because I have consumed a lot of content, but to put knowledge to work, I need proper training. You don't have to pay me and you will get help. Okay, this is one of the most and commonly asked questions I'm sent, and request emails. I need help, I need training, I will work for free. So first of all, I don't take advantage of anybody like this. If we are hiring somebody, then we will pay them. Secondly, I don't know who you are, what you do. Now, if you kept coming on these calls and in my Facebook group asking questions, answering questions as well from other people who need help, I would you will be on my radar, right? And I'll say, oh, you know what? This chap always helps everyone. And he knows a thing or two about Google Ads. I need to talk to him. Because you see, you need to look at this from my point of view. I've got 50 people emailing me in the last few weeks, right? And why should I pick you from that lot? You need to differentiate yourself. So this is what you need to do. You need to go on your social media channels. You need to join groups, communicate in there, join the conversation, give value upfront. This is what I'm doing always. Give value upfront, right? For free. I'm not expecting anything in return. But then people see me as a Google Ads expert, and then they come to me for help. So when you start doing this, you will get noticed, and then people are going to ask you, oh, you this reply you gave for this question was really amazing. I want to have a chat with you. I want to have a conversation with you. So that's how I would go about doing this. So at the moment, unfortunately, I can't um, add you to my team, um, but we always are hiring more people. Okay, hi Nisar, walaikum assalam. So please describe complete roadmap for mastering Google Ads. I'm learning from Skillshare, but what to do for practically, how to create landing pages, arrange domain hosting. Okay, so there's first of all lots of things you're trying to become an expert of. If you are just trying to do Google Ads, then you need to forget about hosting, domains, landing pages to a certain extent, yes, but don't go into building and creating landing pages for your clients unless you have got a team member who is good at it. All you do is focus on one thing only. If you want to design landing pages, do that. If you want to do Google Ads, do that. If you want to do video ads, do that. But don't try and do everything. So that's the first thing. The roadmap is a big map because Google is massive. You've got search ads, display ads, shopping, video, Gmail, all these different kinds of channels and networks. Focus on one, and then you will need to learn all of these in Google Ads. Slowly master everything. Again, to learn Google Ads, the best way to do that is to practically run accounts. You can only listen to so many of these online live streams or join courses and skill shops and Udemy's and all that. There's so much you can do until you don't get down in the trenches and start fighting. You will not become a soldier. You can train as much as you like, but yes, training is important. Learn the basics, the foundations, so that you know how to go from one place in the interface to the other one. Because I've quite often when I talk to agency owners or in-house team members, they don't know where the search term report is, they don't know how to set up negative keywords, they don't know how to set up the columns and so on. So you need to know your way around in Google Ads first of all. So if I tell you, oh, can you go to the keyword planner, you know exactly where to go, how to go. So that's the first thing you do. Once you master that, then you start either become an intern with somebody or a company or an agency and start building up your experience from there. Because at the end of the day, you're playing with hard earned cash, somebody's hard earned cash, right? And not only that, you may lose them. Sales, I'm not talking about you personally in SR, I'm talking about in general terms. Um, you may run ads for $500, but it's not that $500 which have been lost, is the potential revenue and what effect it has on that company or that person which they were banking on, that okay, if I run ads I will get those results. Again, if you are working with somebody like that, you need to manage those expectations. Don't expect miracles from Google Ads straight away, because they might have a product which is not market fit. They've got no proof of concept. Their pricing may be completely out, whether it's too high or too low. Their landing page sucks. Their copy is not right. The buy button on the website is not working. So no matter what you do on in Google Ads, it will not convert on the website or the landing page. So there's lots of variables which you need to check off as you go along. So that's my humble opinion, is to make sure that you are comfortable first of all in um, knowing and how the interface is, where things are in the interface, and what it can do for you, what's available in Google Ads. Okay, it's always advised to keep learning Google Ads. Yes, I learn every day. No problem at all with that. Don't you think without having a client, the learning would go nowhere because we have nothing to apply and learn the practicals? Yes, I mean, this is again um, going on from the continuation of the last question. You need to be practical and you need to learn. Now, the best way to learn is to spend your own cash. Set up a funnel, set up a landing page, and generate leads for yourself, and then see how whether they are converting, not converting, and so on. My account is new. Shall I use manual bidding or target CPA? My goal is to generate lead at a cost per lead of INR 100. Okay, so first of all, you want to generate leads for 100 rupees. It may not be possible. What if your click cost is 200 per click? Then you can't. So you got to let it run and don't have a fixed number in mind. Everybody wants the lead cost to be as low as possible, but physically it will may not be possible to get that lead at that cost. So let it run. I would say manual bidding, yeah, you can do that. Target CPA, I wouldn't go because we don't have any data as your account is very new. Let it run, start getting the clicks, the conversions. Once you've got about 100, 200 conversions, you will know your target CPA, whether it is 30 rupees or 200 rupees. And then you need to work out, okay, what I'm trying to do with 100, is that even profitable? If it's not, then there is something wrong in the calculation of your lead cost. What is your conversion rate? If that is not profitable, but you can't, you say, if you can't take the 100 rupees lead down to 80 or 60, then the next best thing you can do is to increase your conversion rate. So if you are converting one out of every 10 leads, then try to convert two out of every 10 leads, and your cost per acquisition is going to go into half and go down by half. So all these things you need to work with and play around all these numbers, and then you'll see what is that sweet spot where you can carry on scaling it. Because if you are very aggressive or very um, I won't say aggressive, but you're not prepared to pay for a lead, Google will not be able to scale your campaigns. So the way this business or the way this game is played is the person or the company who is willing and able to pay the most to acquire a lead or a customer wins. So if your competitors are bidding at 200 and you are bidding at 100, they are going to win every time because you just don't have the bandwidth. So that's what you need to look at. I've been following you for a long time. It will be helpful if you would let me join your team for training. I need practical knowledge. So you only have to pay me if you like my work. I'm sorry at the moment we we've just taken on uh, three or four trainees, but I always announce over here, if we do need, then you can apply. So thank you for the following. And yeah, look, don't get disheartened. If one door closes, another 10 is going to open up. You got to keep on trying. The world is a cruel place, my friend. You got to keep going and keep trying, because those who give up will never achieve anything in life. And that's all you do. Knock 10 other doors. Keep asking and see what happens. How can we decrease our acquisition cost? Well, there's lots of ways to decrease it, but is your current cost profitable or not? That's the first thing you need to look. If it's expensive, and I presume that you are talking about lead generation, but what I just said, why not try to double up your conversion rate at your end rather than try to squeeze Google in Google Ads, because you're going to get less traffic. And if your competitors are bidding very aggressively, they are going to win. So have a think on how you can improve your conversion rate by offering a great deal, an offer which your customers can't refuse, and you take your conversion rate from 10% to 20 or 20 to 30% and so on, and your acquisition cost will automatically come down. How can we know the landing page of our campaign has rich content? I'm not sure what you mean by this, but your landing page should have what it offers. So if you're selling red apples, then your landing page should be all about red apples. And if you got photos of red apple, videos of red apple, text, copy, and all that about red apples, then you got rich content, and everything you have on that page is about red apple. But if you're selling red apples and you've got everything about green apples or golden apples, then you don't have the right content on that page for your product. If you and your competitor have the same bidding strategy, who will win? Well, there's only so many bidding strategies you can have in Google Ads. Either manual, target CPA, target ROAS, max clicks, um, cost per thousand, which is for videos, and so on. So they are bound to have the same bidding strategy. There's nothing wrong with that. Both of you are bidding on that same, but how aggressive you are, how it's like a boxing match, right? Who punches harder stays on the feet, and the other person is on the floor, and they lose. So if you are being aggressive enough and you're punching above your weight with really aggressive bids, that's what I would do. A lot of time, I mean, like I think it was you, Umer, who asked me, how do we decrease our acquisition cost? Instead of punching your competitor harder, you are trying to punch him a bit slower or softly. You will not knock him down. If you want to beat your competition, you need to punch above your weight. I'm not saying that generate leads at ridiculous cost, but what I'm trying to say is if you got to have that fine balance between the scalability and lead cost, and that's what you want to keep an eye on. Yes, why not? As long as somebody does not spam, that's it. You can share your learnings, you can share what you have learned. In fact, one of the best ways to increase your know how, knowledge, expertise is to teach others. So, as I teach you guys, I'm increasing my expertise because I'm sharpening up my skills when I answer all these questions. And the more you sharpen the knife, the sharper it becomes, right? And that's what you want to do. So, absolutely, if you got um, some cool hacks or something which has worked for you in the past, share it. So, like I'm sharing with you guys what I know, you too can share it in the Facebook group, no problem. You're most welcome, Nisar, and thanks for being here. And you are more. And thank you, all of you, in fact, not just the two of you. I truly appreciate all of you being here. Otherwise, it will be a very boring place for me to just talk to a computer screen. So I think we've covered pretty much all the comments and questions. Yes, we have. And I'll see you guys back here on Friday, same place, same time. So till then, stay safe and have a great week.